The air fryer is probably the most popular new cooking tool when it comes to controlling your weight and allowing for less calories in your diet. However, it comes with some pretty serious health issues, and by the end of this video, you're going to learn exactly what those dangers are and how to eliminate them starting right now. Thanks for checking out my video. I am Roar Alexander, personal weight loss coach and healthy living expert. And my channel right here is all about helping people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s easily lose the extra pounds and start to live stronger, longer, and better. And we do this by giving the boot to silly trends and fads and instead offering you simple tips and realistic solutions to bettering your body, health, and life today. Now, if this sounds good to you, please remember to quickly hit that subscribe button and also make sure to ring that notification bell so you'll always get notified of all my new videos the moment they come out. You don't hit the bell and subscribe, you don't get my videos. It's as simple as that. Now, an air fryer is a powerful tool when it comes to lower calorie cooking and helping you on your journey of losing a few pounds. They can cut calories by as much as 80% in some foods and also avoid some of the unhealthy effects of cooking with oil. But they also have three big potentially unhealthy issues, and these are definitely something you're going to want to understand, so let's get right to it. So the first thing we need to understand is basically how an air fryer works, and that's basically by creating a dry, super hot air environment that moves up, down, and all around your food, cooking it from the outside in. However, this high, dry heat cooking, particularly when it comes to meat, creates quite a bit of charring on the outside, particularly in the fatty areas. So what's the problem with this? Well, it leads to my first big health issue, and that is the high creation of compounds that lead to AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. To put it really simply, AGEs are harmful free radicals, the opposite of antioxidants, that are formed when protein or fat combine in the bloodstream. And high heat, dry cooking, exactly what an air fryer is meant to do, creates a lot of those. Now, these AGEs compounds, if eaten too often, can accumulate in the body, which can lead to an overexposure of free radicals. And these have been strongly linked to oxidative stress and inflammation, as well as the development or expedited development or advancement of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, hardening of arteries, kidney issues, cognitive issues, including heightened risks of Alzheimer's, damaging DNA to increase cancer risks, as well as faster and premature aging, i.e. making you look and feel older than you are, which of course is the exact opposite of my stronger, longer, better philosophy and coaching methods. And there are many health professionals now that are actually calling on AGEs in the body to be another marker of overall health to be measured in medical assessments. Now, yes, as you can see back there, I have an air fryer, and I've talked about air fryers on a weight loss journey, but you may be wondering why. I mean, if they're so bad, why do I have one? Well, luckily for us, AGEs can be very well controlled by our bodies, and we're actually pretty good at naturally neutralizing them. However, historically, we're also not eating such dry, superheated, high-cooked meats or high-cooked protein-rich foods 2, 3, or even 4 times a day like many of us do today. So the chances that we could get overload on our AGEs to the point we may not be able to control the issue is in itself an issue. Next, to help us with combating AGEs, a diet high in antioxidants, such as eating a lot of bright rainbow-colored vegetables and berries, can help you combat the formation of AGEs and reduce their effects on your body. So if you tend to use an air fryer a lot, barbecue, or even bake at just really high temperatures, make sure you're getting in a lot of colorful plants into all your meals, and a decent greens powder once a day may be a smart move as well. Beans have also been found to be very beneficial in the prevention of the formation of AGEs when eaten with high cooked meats. Finally, studies have shown that well marinating meats before cooking them in high heats can reduce the formation of AGEs anywhere from 35 to 88%. But make sure these marinades are high flavor acidic bases, including wine, vinegars, citrus fruits like lime, orange, and lemon, even dark beer and yogurt. While another powerful way to reduce ages is by adding spices like rosemary, basil, star anise, which is very popular in Asian cooking in my home, cloves, oregano, cinnamon, and allspice to all your meats before cooking them, and they all go quite well into marinades. Maybe you're like, well, I'm vegan or vegetarian, so I eat very little meat here, and I only eat it here and there, so I don't have to worry about it. Well, you need to understand that meat isn't the only foods that we have to be concerned about cooking with high heat, like an air fryer. Any time you're heating high sugar, high starch foods such as potatoes, yam fries, breads, etc., you get the idea. You get the development of a compound called acrylamide, another powerful free radical, again, the opposite of antioxidants, which has been linked again to both raising cancer risks and premature aging. And air fryers have been shown to actually significantly create more acrylamide than even deep frying. But keep this in mind, this is when people overcook their foods in an air fryer, but unfortunately that can actually be rather easy to do in an air fryer. So be sure you don't overcook your starchy foods, because if you cook them properly, they actually create significantly less acrylamide than their deep fried counterparts. And like meat, there's also ways to reduce the acrylamide in these foods as well, by doing things like pre-soaking, for instance, of potatoes, or using citric-based marinades, and lowering heat and cooking times. And one of the biggest issues, and why you don't hear about this, is there is no real set allowances in our diet for acrylamide consumption and our health, and all heat cooking does create them. But at the end of the day, getting less acrylamide in ages is better. The moral of the story is try to cook foods less in dry, high heat. Aim to cook with more water-based cooking methods like slow cooking, boiling, steaming, poaching, or at least fast frying, while also making sure to get in lots of antioxidant-rich foods as often as you can. Start to include more properly cooked beans and legumes, and consider a green drink at least once every few days. And while you're at it, Google yourself some really good acid-based marinades, and start to include a lot of fresh spices and herbs, particularly the ones I mentioned earlier. We're not done yet. As I said at the beginning, there were 3 big issues with air fryers, and the third one is the air fryer itself, and that being what it is made from. Air fryers, especially the cheaper ones, tend to use Teflon in their cooking baskets, and Teflon itself is a pretty big no-no in a modern, optimized, healthy home, as they can scratch into your foods and at high heats can release toxic compounds into your air. Now, while PFOA was the original compound of concern, it's no longer being used by Teflon since 2015. It's been banned, but we're still not sure of the safety of the new PTFE that has been replaced with. So it's best to, just like your pots and pans, to just avoid the relatively easy to damage and eat Teflon-based air fryers, and instead aim for ones that use a ceramic-coated cooking basket instead. Now, there's always back and forth when it comes to Teflons and its effects on health, but with myself and all of my weight loss and optimal health coaching clients, I pretty much always take the side of foresight and caution. And when it comes to just simply swapping ceramic or stainless steel over Teflon, that is really a no-brainer in my opinion. And also making sure you always have ample ventilation when you use any air fryer or any cooking for that matter, keeping your oven fan on or a kitchen window open. So that's it. Now you know the darker side of the very popular air fryer. Like I said, I think these are powerful tools to helping you lose some weight, eat a bit cleaner, adding in some variety into weight loss meal while really helping you cut back on those extra fat calories. But we do have to understand the other side of the health equation that most other coaches and absolutely zero personal trainers will ever talk to you about. Now, I really want to hear from you. Jump into the comments below and tell me, do you use an air fryer? Have you ever heard of any of the negatives that I spoke about in this video? And has this video maybe made you reconsider the way you're going to use your air fryer? Please let me know down below what you have to say. And if you like this video, then be sure to check out my entire health coaching channel, where I have tons of videos packed with advice and tips covering nutrition, exercise, healthy lifestyle, healthier and better travel, and healthier home design. And because I've traveled throughout the world through places like Asia and India, learning everything I could as I go, I can promise you a lot of my videos are topics that most other health and weight loss coaches never speak about. And you're sure to discover some great new stuff. Remember, if you haven't clicked both that subscribe button, bell, and all, do it now, as I'm always doing my very best to bring you the easiest and usable health, fitness, and wellness content possible. Finally, if you didn't know this, you can also follow my audio Health by Design podcast on Apple, Spotify, and most other podcast platforms, where I give you the exact same advice I use on myself and with all my coaching clients, as well as bringing on very unique guests from all over the world that you often do not hear on anybody else's podcast. And until next time, remember, I'm here as always to help you live stronger, longer, and a heck of a lot better.